Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game. This game is going to be between Sonic and Hitman, but Hitman will be playing undead. Off-racing human player, or not human player, off-racing orc player, perhaps one of the most famous, or in recent memory, famous American players coming here as we see Sonic spawning as the red night elf on the bottom left-hand side of the map here on Concealed Hill. Meanwhile, up on the map, can't even use my mouse correctly. Up on the top right-hand side of the map, we have Hitman spawning as the yellow undead. Hello, LPS Sven, or well, I guess it would be LP Sven. How are you doing? However you may be watching, however you may be listening, I'm glad you're here. Shout out to all of the people who subscribe on Twitch but watch on YouTube. I know there are actually more than a dozen of you, and it really does support and keep the channel going. Justifies the things I do, waking up early in the morning, and hopefully now that the kids are well on their, I guess technically, fall break, I'll be able to give a little bit more casting this particular week. Wow, the past week with the asbestos and the at-home learning, and well, I get to be IT support for work and also at home. Dad, my microphone's not working. Dad, I can't hear anything. Dad, I can't join the Zoom call. Also, Dad, my screen's flickering. All of those just wonderful, wonderful things that I get to do. So, I don't know. I think as a culture we complain a lot, but you know what? Like, I don't really think I should be complaining. All right, being able to be a father of 3 beautiful kids who, for the most part, like me and think I'm cool. So that's got to be nice in its own way, shape, and form. All right, coming back around, Sonic gonna try and park this Wisp off somewhere. Death Knight already does come out. Death Knight could have tried to get a Death Coil off on that Wisp early. Are we gonna see a detonation? Yes, we do. Detonation right there. Death Knight unable to get that experience. Meanwhile, coming back across here, Sonic goes for a Beastmaster first, drops down a Quill Beast, and is now already bringing an Archer. Beautiful, beautiful positioning on Sonic here, knowing that the Tavern is close to his opponent, and he can apply some early pressure. Alright, gonna try to rack up some damage here. You can see the Quill Beast trying to finish off a Ghoul. Ghoul, however, able to stay alive. Meanwhile, Wisp are coming around. There's another detonation. There goes some lost mana again, as another skeletal minion gonna get cleaned up. I had never really even considered this, but the proximity of the Tavern to your opponent, if it is a map that has more than one Tavern, Lost Temple, Concealed Hill, as opposed to, say, Twisted Meadows, you can actually show up at the 2-minute 20-second mark inside your opponent's side of the map much more quickly than expected. Meanwhile, Quill Beasts are continuing to launch a bunch of those spines against that Ghoul in the far back there. Archers are coming around here as the Beastmaster may try to clear out this creep camp here. Alright, units are going to be pulled back just a little bit. Meanwhile, the Quill Beasts are causing a bit of, well, poke damage over time here as the Death Knight of Hitman perhaps realizing what is going on, and does get the last hit off on the Death Coil anyways. So, well, I would like to say it's difficult to land a Death Coil to finish off a 100 hit point unit, but, well, that doesn't seem to be the case here as Hitman takes a commanding lead now that he was able to get the Death Coil off on that Forest Troll Berserker and force a Scroll of Town Portal on that Beastmaster. However, well, Night Elf early on pressure is some of the best pressure in the game, being able to recharge from all of these Moonwells so quickly. Ghouls are now making their way off, trying to take down the Sea Turtles now. All of these Sea Turtles will get taken down. Death Knight should be able to get to level 2. There's a Death Coil detonation. A little bit of lost mana again as the giant Sea Turtle does give level 2 to the Death Knight. And we see the Ritual Dagger quickly being used, only to see archers show up to the party to try and focus down some of these units again. Are we going to see a surround onto the Beastmaster? Beastmaster this time around does have a Staff of Teleportation, will be able to break free from that surround, but the Moonwells are still a little bit dry compared to where they were moments ago. Sonic needing to or wanting to continue this pressure, but at the same time knows that he cannot, well, he cannot overcommit with that Beastmaster, as Moonwell management is incredibly important. All right, trying to finish off this Quill Beast here. Quill Beast, however, fast enough to get away. Nerubian Tower only got off one of those cold effects. Sonik now, well, creeping on the far side of the map as the Beastmaster is just knocking at this Altar of Darkness. All right, putting a little bit of superficial damage onto that Altar of Darkness right now. It will stick around, but unless it's actually in danger of falling, nothing really to worry about for Hitman. Meanwhile, all of the attention was back at home as the Beastmaster is trying to get to level 2. The level 4 Forest Troll Berserker shouldn't be enough, as we are taking a look at the Beastmaster trying to slip away there. You can see 2 experience more to try and get to level 2. Once more though, Sonik being forced to use a Staff of Teleportation, teleport back out, all of the Moonwells, well, pretty much ready to top him off again, as the archers look to clear out a particularly easy creep camp, perhaps. Now, very rare that you see a map or a game where both sides are really just in the same portion of the map for so long. There is a large portion on the mini-map of Concealed Hill that hasn't even seen the light of day yet, or the light of any of these units, so still dark on the mini-map here as a Wisp finally makes its way across. Beastmaster, or Brewmaster, does have a little bit of experience. Beastmaster does get to level 2, as the Murloc Tidehunter gonna get taken down here. We're looking at one dual Ancients of Lore. Sonik really spreading out his units fairly far. We're looking at the Death Knight also clearing out a relatively easy creep camp. Here, all of these Murlocs will get cleaned up momentarily. The Death Knight will stay at level 2 and has a potion of mana for some additional death coils, as, well, there's been a lot of detonations onto Hitman's hero. Coming back through here, Beastmaster, Brewmaster clearing up the remainders of this Ogre Magi creep camp at the Goblin Merchant Shop. Well, both of these heroes, both Tavern heroes, are fairly reliant on mana, so that is going to be an important thing to note, as we do see a Hawk in the air keeping track of the Death Knight and the Lich. Level 2 Thunderhawk dealing magic damage early on, very effective. However, Death Coil Frost Nova would make short work of that hero. Beastmaster coming back off to the north here sees the Death Knight now racing down. Beastmaster trying to back away, and the Ancient of War thinks twice about initiating against this Rock Golem creep camp. Meanwhile, Hitman doing a good job making sure no expos were established during this time, as the tech to tier 3 has started and nearly finished for Hitman, and Sonik halfway to tier 3 as well. We could be getting perhaps mastery training, first getting Abolish Magic. Beastmaster, Brewmaster, I believe the Brewmaster will get to level 2. Beastmaster maybe just a little bit shy, since some of that experience is going to be shared. Alright, Forest Troll Trapper gonna get finished off. If Brewmaster backs away, the Beastmaster may actually have enough of an opportunity to get to level 3. Otherwise, I don't believe a level 4 Forest Troll Berserker gives that much experience. Nope, I was wrong. Alright, 2 experience over Beastmaster, now going for level 2 Quill Beasts. Those Quill Beasts, well, now with a bit of frenzy, gonna be able to attack faster. Top left-hand side of the map, Hitman now attempting to establish up an expo. It is going to be quickly scouted and maybe forced to be cancelled. I don't see the undead army being able to get over there quickly enough. Archers are already showing up, and as that building is, well, currently under construction, would have taken a large amount of damage from the piercing damage of those archers, but instead, Hitman able to get a Frost Nova down, pick off an archer, and now level 2 on that Lich already. Alright, going for Frost Armor as that second ability. Not quite sure if it was necessarily needed. There's a lot of ranged units and not that many melee units. Melee units perhaps, well, obviously most affected by that Frost Armor as it slows their auto attack. Quill Beast, however, trying to poke down this Obsidian Statue. That first Obsidian Statue is so important, and that's quickly going to get cleaned up right there as the Brewmaster now walks itself into a corner. Brewmaster, well, I'm trying to push his way back around. There goes a Death Coil. There goes, well, Death Coil Frost Nova finishing it off. Beastmaster still around in the fight as archers are just getting picked off here, and Hitman is just cleaning up all of these units. 43 supply compared to 39. We could see some more damage adding on here as the Lich still doesn't have enough mana. And this was one of those situations where I was wondering, oh, that ghoul down to 25 hit points is going to get taken out. No, it is not. Expo is up, and this is an absolute big win for Hitman, who takes the economic advantage lead. With that, Sonik now looking to set up a Tree of Life at the Expo on the bottom right-hand side. Needs to clear out that creep camp too, as the Brewmaster is getting resurrected nearly halfway there. Druids of the Claw do have mastery training, couple of rejuvenations going together as Sonik sits at 43 over 50 supply, still training up a bit more. This is where the game really starts to well, pull away. The two players can start pulling away from each other with tactical decisions. The Expo's still not quite ready here, and I'm surprised that Hitman isn't actually coming down to the south or using his time wisely at all. He had opportunities to clear out red creep camps or clear out some orange creep camps, get to level 3 on that Lich. Instead, it looks like they're just wandering around here, going after this Overlord. Is it an important, is a safe call? It just seems like it could have been done a little bit more quickly. All right, gonna go ahead and try and go after this Overlord now. Overlord completely surrounded. There goes a shockwave through. One ghoul could get taken down to 22, 32 hit points. There's a Death Coil right there. And while trying to finish off this Overlord before the Overlord takes down any of these units. Overlord finally gets taken down. We are gonna see the item. The item is gonna, what was the item? Claws of Attack plus 12, a big item for that Lich, who now has plus 24 damage, essentially getting a critical strike attack off every single time. Because of the positioning on how he creeped, he's able to now clear out this orange creep camp off to the side. Lich gets up to level 3 here, and the Rock Golem is going to get taken down. Scroll of the Beast is going to be a nice pickup, as if the Dryads are not careful, they may just stand around using Abolish magic for a long time, and allowing the Crypt Fiends to deal damage. And if they don't do the Abolish magic, well, they're just going to be taking bonus damage from those units anyways. So it's a win-win situation if Hitman can use that effectively. All right, Hitman making his way down to the south tier. Lich 28 to 34 damage. No longer getting critical strikes necessarily from all of that damage here, as Wisps will take a big Frosty Nova attack right there. All 5 Wisps of Sonik quickly taken down. Meanwhile, it looks like it could be an Expo trade, as the Nerubian Tower wasn't quite ready either. All right, Hitman gonna be losing this Expo off to the north. The Necropolis should get shut down pretty quick. Meanwhile, the Tree of Life also taken out as well, as Hitman sits at 53 over 50 supply. Third and final hero, Sonik, getting up a Demon Hunter with Mana Burn. Interestingly enough, are we going to see a Mana Burn onto the Lich? All right, there's a Mana Burn. There's a Frost Nova trying to get a little bit of damage, but the Demon Hunter, well, we've often seen players ask, how come players don't get a Demon Hunter to try and, well, do something against the enemy heroes? As a third and final hero, we'll see if level 4 on the Death Knight and level 3 on the Demon Hunter, or level 4 on the Death Knight and level 3 on the Lich is too much there. There's a Death Coil, there's a Frost Nova. Demon Hunter could already get shot down, and there it goes, quickly getting taken down right there. Meanwhile, both sides still fighting their way through. Level 1 Demon Hunter has fallen, but remember, level 1 Demon Hunter fallen, he's a high priority, high threat target, but he also resurrects very quickly and is only 170 gold to resurrect. There's a Scroll of the Beast right there. Dryads are standing around trying to abolish magic, remove some of that, but because of that, they are currently not attacking, as they need to go after there. All right, Druids of the Claw getting taken down. There goes another Dryad. There's a Breath of Haze, Devour Magic, trying to come across, perhaps trying to remove any of those rejuvenations going across, as the Destroyers are getting poked apart by the Dryads, but the Crypt Fiends are still going after these those Dryads as well. Level 4 now on the Lich. So dual level 4 heroes going up against a level 4, level 3, and ooh, beautiful Staff of Preservation, saving that Druid of the Claw there. 55 supply for Hitman, going up against Sonic's 40 over 60. We can see using the Fountain of Health here as a place to park your destroyers, as the destroyers are taking a little bit of damage, but since they're not getting the focus or the brunt of all of that damage, should not get taken out. There goes one red Drake. A Hawk is going to be able to spot this all out, as Sonic does have this Ancient of War in the center portion of the gold mine, and is now trying to re-establish this Tree of Life on the bottom right. Level 4 on the Lich, nearly level 5 on that Death Knight. Obsidian statues. Are they trying to give mana to these destroyers? No, not quite yet. 55 supply compared to 44. Sonic is sitting on no upkeep, has the economic advantage, while Hitman needs to find a way to, needs to find a way to effectively pay those taxes, perhaps get another 10 to 15 supply in units before trying to engage. Coming back down to the south side here, Wand of Illusion bringing up an extra Abomination and a Crypt Fiend. Units are going to make their way south, perhaps try and, shut down this Tree of Life before it really gets operational and going. And here we go. There's some damage, and it is not canceled at all. All right, Abomination making their way over, big damage. Tree of Life of Sonic not going to be able to pay for itself. One lost Wisp, and 300 plus gold for that Tree of Life. All right, Red Drake, currently still just healing up the multiple Dryads, and the Quill Beast unable to really deal enough damage to overcome. Sonic may end up losing that Dryad there. No, finally shifts aggro here. The Dryad should be retargeting back this target again. And here we go. The Quill Beast going up against the Red Drake. Because the Dire Quill Beast has medium armor, can actually absorb and tank that Red Drake fairly effectively, as we see Devotion Aura now dropped for the Demon Hunter. All right, bonus armor for the Demon Hunter here. Meanwhile, level 5 now on that Death Knight, perhaps after taking down, I think that was either a Quill Beast or a Hawk. Demon Hunter sitting at level 2 really needs to get to level 3 and in order to get those effective mana burns off. However, all of the creep camps are now missing from the map. They have all been cleared out. So the Demon Hunter is going to have a giant bullseye or a giant magnet attracting all of those Death Coils and Frost Nova, and it may get shut down before it really is able to effectively mana burn any of those units. All right, another Ancient of War scouted out in the center portion of the map. It's gonna get taken down too, as the Death Knight, Obsidian statues, destroyers now making their way across here. All right, a little bit of a standoffish situation. I don't see the Dryads anywhere in this army. Sonic was somehow able to dodge all of that there, and there is 3 destroyers who could have easily just really racked up damage against all of these Druids of the Claw. All right, you can see that they're trying to focus them down now. The Dryads are completely separated. Not quite sure what Sonic is hoping to do here. Perhaps just dive in, take down a key building or two, and then use a Scroll of Town Portal to head out of here. There's a Staff of Preservation. And now there's the Scroll of Town Portal. Yeah, this was a one-way suicide mission without the Dryads, as the bears are completely vulnerable without the Dryad support. All right, Druids of the Claw quickly gonna get rejuvenated, get back together, get back up again. 68 supply compared to 69. We are training up more Dryads, more Druids of the Claw are getting underway, as the Destroyer is able to clear out some of the Wisps off to the north. Good day. Hey Flynn, how you doing? All right, 68 supply compared to 68. Both sides getting up to both sides getting up to low upkeep. 0-0 upgrades, however, for Sonic compared to the 2-0 upgrades for the Crypt Fiends and Destroyers. Abominations just pretty much tanks in that frontline spot, only with that Disease Cloud. But we know how effective that Disease Cloud is even after the debuff. Before, it really felt like the Disease Cloud lasted forever and a day. Now the Disease Cloud only lasts 60 seconds, but really still chips away. I'm doing all right. Enjoying a Thanksgiving week for everyone who lives in America. The kids have it off, and unfortunately for me, well, we live too far south for it to be the start of snow season. So, even though I would like to take the kids like snowboarding, skiing, or playing in the snow, probably won't get a chance to do that until sometime later. Yeah, no, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right. All right. Well, what I'm really waiting for is some action between these two players. It feels like both players are now like playing the smart game, even though observing wise they're playing really against a clock. They both sides know that gold is about to run out, and as gold runs out, we may see Hitman spend every bit of gold and then unsummon a couple of ziggurats here and try to push with an 80 plus supply army. The gold mines have not been reestablished in the corners, as we can see, and no one is even trying to mine in the center. So with that, a couple more seconds, and well, we'll see what Hitman can do. However, what Sonic can do is use that Nature's Blessing, uproot this Tree of Eternity, and move it out across the map here. He's going to be able to defend it fairly well, but he will not have the home field advantage of those Moonwells. A Staff of Preservation will also not bring those units to safety. Instead, just bring them to the Tree of Eternity where all of the fighting is already going on. You normally want to bring that use that Staff of Preservation to bring the units close to their Moonwells so that they can join back in the fight quickly. There's the unsummoning of that gold mine now. Are we getting any additional buildings as of yet? Ghouls are all ready to go, and we're just staying at 78 over 80 supply, pushing at the upper threshold of low upkeep. That 3-0 upgrades for those destroyers and Crypt Fiends could be enough to tip things in their favor. Meanwhile, the Druids of the Claw now have 1-0 upgrades and are using Roar at the start, but Roar may not be what you want, as the Destroyers are going to be able to devour magic that Roar and then deal splash damage against those Druids of the Claw. I believe the Roar has actually come to an end. I don't think Sonic will be bringing that Roar online, as we're now getting ready for a last big fight. Thunderhawk now making its way over Ancient of Lore, going to easily or quickly get pressured here. We're going to see a big Frost Nova go down on the Beastmaster as a starting engagement, as we are looking at, well, Acolytes being used as Dark Ritual targets. Abomination in the frontline spot could try to go after some of the Ancient of Wonders, and this is going to be for all the marbles, as one Ancient of Wonders quickly gets taken down. There's some Devour Magic, and Quill Beast gets taken down quickly as well. Beastmaster going up against the Destroyers, just not a very strong combination, as we see Deathcoil, Frost Nova, Staff of Preservation try to save that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, however, well, it's going to take a while to get some Moonwells. There's Scroll of Healing used. One Crypt Fiend finally taken down. Not quite sure why it wasn't pulled back, as we see some decent microing coming in from Sonic's Dryad, trying to focus down these Crypt Fiends instead of going after the Destroyer, but the Brewmaster falls at level 3. Demon Hunter comes back around, gets another mana burn, but the Demon Hunter still staying at level 2 after all this time. Ineffective until it gets to level 3 mana burn, level 3 and level 2 mana burn. There's a 100-point mana burn right there, finally able to trade efficiently, but Demon Hunter gets Staff of Preservation back home again. 51 supply compared to 57. Thunderhawk now being brought out. Beastmaster is out here as well. Dryad is trying to poke down all of these Destroyers, as we're looking at some rejuvenations as well. The Ancients of Lore doing a great job absorbing some of that damage, as we now see the Death Knight Well, with the Potion of Invulnerability on Staff of Teleportation inbound, Demon Hunter coming back at level 3, and is the Demon Hunter going to be the hero again? Death Coil ends up taking down the Brewmaster as the Demon Hunter trying to chase after all these targets. 35 supply compared to 41 as the Thunderhawk gets devoured magic here. Demon Hunter could try and lead the charge again as the Death Knight sits at level 6, has level 3 Unholy Aura as the Dryads are still poking apart here. There's a Death Coil Frost Nova onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter could end up getting taken down. Druid of the Claw needs to retreat back as the Demon Hunter absorbed the 2 starting spells. The Druid of the Claw is going to be able to retreat back here as we see the Fountain of Health going to be useful to try and regenerate some hit points. All right, Dryads are trying to retreat back here. The Druid of the Claw gets a rejuvenation off on the Demon Hunter and on himself. Is he going to be, what is he doing? He's actually walking too far away. Dryads are still poking across the other side as the Demon Hunter tries to get a mana burn off, but the Death Knight able to create some separation. Demon Hunter is still trying to fight his way through. Level 3 Demon Hunter standing next to the Fountain of Health, trying to regenerate some hit points. The Ancient of Lores could join in on the fight again as the Destroyers are still coming overhead. Druid of the Claw is still back here. Dryads are still trying to poke apart. There goes the Lich. Level 4 now on the Demon Hunter. Are we going to see a bigger mana burn again as the Dryads could perhaps try and poke down some of the Destroyers? All right, there's enough Destroyers there. There's another mana burn, making sure that another Death Coil does not go down. Obsidian Statues really should have been focused down already, as that is the glue that's holding the army together. Acolyte gets taken down, and Hitman loses to Sonik. That starting battle, losing the Brewmaster, but once the Demon Hunter got to level 3, all bets were off. The Staff of Preservation onto the Demon Hunter took him to the Tree of Eternity. He had to walk all the way over and try to get some Moonwell juice off over here and then rejoin in on the fight. But that Demon Hunter really did make all the difference. That third and final hero being the big difference here, even though it didn't get to level 3 until the final battle. Let me know what you guys thought about this game and the outcome in the comments below as we wrap up the scores. Sonik having the lower hero score, but having the right composition of heroes making all the difference. Overall total score also lower, 86 compared to 81. I believe the resource score, really more lumber was harvested than anything else because of that Goblin Shredder. And I don't even remember the Goblin Shredder if it was brought over in that last fight. But yeah, great game between the two.